So I know in like my last haul or two, I talked about how I've kind of been out of manga for a while, and one of my goals was to like catch up a little bit on some of the stuff I missed. Um, well, apparently, as some of you may already also know, there's been like a manga shortage, and it's been hard to get stuff. So I've been just kind of ordering stuff here and there, and a lot of it's been back ordered or not in stock, and so whatever. Well, a lot of it decided to come all at once. So I guess this month we're just gonna kick it old school and have a big haul. So these are 3 boxes from Right Stuff, um, packed pretty much to the gills with goodies. And so I might even just unbox these straight up. I don't usually do this. I just get them all out and set on the table so we can go right into them. But we might just have a chill video today where we just open these and kind of go through it. So let's give it a go. All right, so we'll just kind of peek and go through these just real quick. I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but I just kind of thought it'd be kind of something cool and different. So you guys can just see what it's a pretty sight when you have a box that's just packed really nice like this. Woo! All right, I got them all laid out eventually. I didn't go with my just unboxing them plan fully because I'm so particular about how I get them laid out for the video that I was like, okay, wait a minute, we just got to get this sorted. But yeah, like I said before, this is a bit of a stupid bigger haul. Don't worry, I bought these over the course of like several months. They just literally all shipped at the same time. So we've got a real big one here. And one of the things I'm most excited about this haul in particular is the fact that I ended and finally completed some series that I was just being really lazy and lagging on, not just finishing. So I'm just excited to be able to do that now. So we'll just go through it and see what we got this month. All right, so I think I'll just start with the smaller volume sets I have down here right in front. So we're just gonna grab this first one that's right in the middle of the screen and go from here. Let's get started. So we have the Elder Sister-like one. I picked up volumes 3 and 4. Funnily enough, what got me thinking about this series again, it's one of those series that I just kind of honestly forgot about. And I don't really know why, because I actually quite liked the first 2 volumes, and the art is absolutely fantastic. But the reason it kind of got back onto my radar was because of the mangaka, Pucci Mama, or whatever you want to call her, because she's kind of affiliated slightly with like VTubing and stuff and Hololive, and she actually has her own avatar and she, funnily enough, she's one of my favorite people to watch. I don't watch much streams. I'm just not someone who can watch streams very easily. And so yeah, I actually just really dig watching her just chill out and just be wow. So I kind of was like, right. And so well, I don't know, I was on getting some stuff on Right Stuff, and they were either on sale or something, and I was like, I am absolutely gonna pick those 2 up. Adding again, this is one of the more substantial orders I had made. I got quite a few volumes ordered of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, because I just really enjoyed it. As much as it can be sad to say, it is like an actual motivator to like remember to work out, because it's something that I struggle just doing. Like it's something I can do like really hardcore for like a week, but then I'll just forget about it because I'm such a habit kind of person that getting myself started on new habits is really hard. So actually having more than one of my hobbies kind of remind me of it is really helpful. But I ordered quite a few volumes of How Heavy Are the Dumbbells You Lift, but that's the only one that's come so far. Here's a bit of a risque title on the front here. Destiny Lovers Volume 4. I don't even think I have Volume 3 yet. It's one of those ones I had ordered them together because I have Volumes 1 and 2. But the 4 was apparently in stock and 3 wasn't. So when they sent my massive order, they just sent whatever was there. Saki the Succubus Hungers Tonight, Volume 2. A bit more of that ghost ship, the more mature titles from Seven Seas. And then who doesn't want some just good old beach volleyball action? And so this is a series I actually haven't read in quite a while. I read the first 2 volumes a long time ago, and I think this was on sale. And I was like, I'd like to read some more of those. So I went up and picked up a few of those. Again, I think I ordered more than just Volume 3, but just the other ones have not come yet. And then here we go. Here's a series that I was always really excited for it to come out, but then when it did, I just wasn't buying it. And so finally, in the last haul, the haul before that I finally picked up some volumes of To Love Ru. I actually really like these omnibus editions. They're compact, and they got 2 volumes in them, but like it's just right. It's not going to destroy the spine. It's close to it. Like you can't like rip these way back, but you can read this like this and have absolutely no problem like bending those spines and making them really bad. So they're just about right, and I really enjoy how Seven Seas did these because I think they work really well. And so that's volumes 5 and 6. Here's volume 7, 8. I wanted to buy more of these because I think they were on sale. But I already had so much stuff on order. It was getting a little stupid. So I couldn't not get at least a few of them because I wanted to just keep trucking on this road of collecting this series and then getting and just reading them, not just collecting, obviously. But I just love them. They're really pretty volumes, and it's one of those things it's the type of series that I just want to support because the fact that Seven Seas was even willing to take that leap on a series like this, being older and being so many volumes, I just really wanted to show support for those. Okay. On to I'll say one of, I won't say if not, because it might not be, but perhaps easily in my top 5 series of all time is Toradora. I adore Toradora to death, and I did something with these here that I wouldn't advise most people to do, and it's something I don't do very often, because I may have talked about this before, but I suck at reading. It's one of the reasons why originally manga was so attractive to me and when I got into it when I was in high school. I never read books and I hated books. So my mom picked me up a couple volumes of Inubaka one day and I breezed through them and I was able to, read, have a story, and it was kind of off to the races from there. Now, audiobooks has been a big thing for me, and I'm going to be making a video in the upcoming days about how, I don't know how I missed this, but Yen Press has launched their own audiobook service, and I can't express how excited I am about that. It makes me so freaking happy, because it just always seemed like the perfect marriage, like light novels and audiobooks. It was there. And Yen Press is doing it, and oh my god, I'm going to make a video on it, so I won't ramble too much about it here. But one of my greatest hopes ever is that Toradora will get like on audiobook. Now, I don't really know what Seven Seas will be thinking on the matter. It's just yet to be seen. But it's one of those things where even because what I was talking about before with what something I wouldn't advise is I don't know if I will ever even read these. And that's kind of a selfish pleasure I get to indulge in at least this once, is just that I love this series and I want to support the release. So, and I'll try someday, but I'm such a slow reader that I usually get discouraged, and by the time, it just takes me so long to get through stuff. But the font in these is really easy, and obviously there's pictures laden through, so we'll see. I love Toradora so much. If I'm going to read anything, it's going to be these. So we'll see in the future. But I really just wanted to get these, even though it's not high on my reading priority list. I've got so many manga actually ahead of it. But maybe someday I will get to these and actually read them. But I just desperately wanted to support the release, and I knew it's my favorite series ever. I've got to have the books for sure. But that also completes it. This is volume 10, and so volume 10 is the last volume. So that completes my set for Toradora. So I'm all caught up and all collected. So that is awesome. And so why don't we continue that trend in something that is unbelievably overdue. I finally finished off and bought the rest of the volumes to Bleach. Now, I was reading Bleach way back in the day in high school, and back in those days I used to read scans. I haven't read scans for 8-10 years at this point. But I read Bleach. I was reading Bleach online as it was coming out. I think I did the same thing with Naruto. The difference with Naruto is I was still constantly buying them because I just love Naruto. Bleach, on the other hand, once it finished, and I was like, I mean, just thank God, I was so over it. I was like, okay, I finished it. I'm going to buy them. And then I just didn't. And then like, I'm going to buy them. And then I just still hadn't done it. I'm like, I'm going to buy them. Lo and behold, it's been however many years, and I had never completed Bleach. So I told myself the next time I see these bastards on sale, I'm going to get them all. I'm going to finish these books. I'm going to have them all because I read them online without purchasing them. So I mean, that's just ripping off. Like, that's always was my thing when I was younger. If I read something online, it was with the express purpose of I'm still going to buy it. If, as long as it got a release, obviously. And that's what I always did. But Bleach was one of those ones where I always felt bad because I had never bought the rest of the volumes. And I actually am going to reread these. I want to reread the Quincy arc to, like, was I too hard on it? Is it as just as I thought it was? I don't know. I know the ending's is obviously just bad because they just forced the ending before it was ready. So that's a given, but I'm like, the lead up to that, is it as bad as I remember, or is it just kind of okay? I'm curious to know what my thoughts will be on that for sure. But anyway, frickin' another series done, completed. So let's go again. Nisekoi. Finally finished Nisekoi. It's kind of in the same vein as Bleach, although I've never finished it. I never read these online. It's just one of those ones where, man, I like Nisekoi a lot, and I want to know what happens, but it got to the point where the story was dragging so much, and there was so much other more interesting, better stuff I was buying and reading, that eventually it kind of slips your mind, then you haven't thought about it for a while, and then you go, oh damn, Nisekoi finished, all the volumes are out. Huh. I'm like a little ways behind. I've got to get those. And so I just still hadn't. And again, I think Nisekoi was on sale or something on Right Stuff, which is, I'm pretty sure, why I would have decided to finally finish this off and get all these. But blam, just like that, that is Nisekoi finished. And so we got two fairly... Oh, these spines are going to drive me nuts. Do you see these? See, if I was in person, I don't know. How was my Food Wars on my shelf? See, the Food Wars on my shelf is all the old logo, which doesn't surprise me. Ugh. These are also out of order. Wait a minute, that's going to trigger me. Wait, so, why are these so bad out of order? That's the bottom. This goes up here. That's 25. Wait, 22, 21. Like that. No, that. These. Bam. Woo! That was stressful. Not really, but I don't know when I got those all screwed up. Don't blame me, I have severe dyslexia, and that's just going to happen. Okay, that makes me feel better. At least the spines, the good thing they're not like in between. Once the new ones start, they stay new. That's fine. But Food Wars, a series I really, really liked, and there were, like, when I got to that period where I was out of manga, like Food Wars, and I just wasn't really reading much, and I wasn't really buying much of anything, Food Wars was one of those series that just slipped the cracks. I loved it, and then I think whatever arc I ended on, I don't know, I think I was just less high on it, so the series fell in importance, and I believe the whole thing's out now, and I don't really hear much about Food Wars. I'm assuming it kind of falls off some. I'm guessing. I don't really hear anybody talk about Food Wars anymore. I mean, I know it's finished now, but I don't know. I guess I haven't heard a lot of bad things. I haven't heard any bad things, but I also haven't heard any good things. The only thing I remember reading or seeing was just that I think it was really starting to fall off in sales, and that's around the time when it ended. I could be wrong on that, so don't take that as gospel. But I'm just hoping if that's the case, it was already coming to the author's intended conclusion, or I guess I should say the mangaka's intended solution, or resolution and finish and ending, whatever you want to call it. So, like I said, I don't really know where because the thing I think was starting to lose me with Food Wars is, and this happens with me with manga a lot, and it probably shouldn't, because a lot of the times it just takes some perseverance in getting through it. Because now I remember, now that I'm talking about Food Wars, the whole like student council thing felt so Shonen Jump force-fed stuff. Like, oh, you've got this big scary student council, and they've overrun the teachers, and they rule the school. I'm like, I did not like it. It really did nothing for me. In fact, it kind of put me off some. So I actually remember that now. I was like, I knew there was something that kind of put me off Food Wars a little bit, and that's what it was. But these were on sale for, it was something stupid. It was like 5 something a volume. So just a really good deal. And then a series that I don't, again, it's kind of a running theme with me in this video, which is why I picked up a lot of these series. I don't know why I stopped reading Seven Deadly Sins. I have no idea. I remember reading Seven Deadly Skins and Seven Deadly Skins. Ooh, boy, yeah, bye. I remember reading Seven Deadly Sins in high school, and I loved it. I loved the characters. Fucking Giantess Girl was my absolute bae. I just could not get enough of her ever. And I don't know what happened. I don't remember the last time I read Seven Deadly Sins. I don't remember if there's any reason why I stopped getting them. But I remember, oh, there she is, my angel. I love her. God, I love her. It's been, I'm not joking, it's been years since I've read this. Is it Diana or Diane? I can't remember which one it is. I think it's one of those two. And if it's neither, I feel a little silly. But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I stopped buying them, stopped reading them, kind of forgot about them. And this is another like really nice long series that, again, I don't really hear anything about, but it's finished. So I was really tempted to knock out and like buy all the rest of the volumes that was needed. But as you can see, I was only up through volume 16, and there was no fucking way. I'm like, that's just, I can't buy all these volumes at once, which was too bad because they were all on sale. But I had to be responsible, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to get, a good chunk of them. I think I decided to get, did I get up to 30? Yeah. It's the same thing I did with Food Wars, funnily enough. I was like, oh, I can't get them all in one go. It's too much. And then, hey, maybe I'm reading them and going, I'm really not feeling it, and then I don't really want the rest of them anyway. So I was like, you know what? This is fine. I'm just going to get up to 30, and then those are going to take me forever to get through anyway. So I'll have plenty of time to come back around. And if I want to finish off the series, I want to say, is this one like 45 volumes long? Which is fucking impressive. Like, honestly. It's been a long time since I've really been buying series that I know are really long with volumes. Like my last one was like probably Naruto and Bleach. Or Fairy Tail. Last one was probably Fairy Tail. So yeah, that is up to volume 30 of the Seven Deadly Sins. I'm excited to get back into those. The problem with those is I'm going to have to go back. I don't know how far I'm going to have to go back, but I'm going to have to get a refresher because it's been literal years and I have a potato brain. So, to finish off this long, rather large for me anyway, manga haul video, we're going to go with some Berserk omnibus editions. Now, these were always something I've always intended to get, but I was like, I was never in a rush for them, like at all. Can I back this out some? Yeah, I can. They are beautiful books. They are unbelievably beautiful. And they were the kind of books that they'd go on when they would go originally on sale. It would be for like $40 to $45 usually. But all the time I'd see volumes that would just drop to like 30 or maybe even into like 28. It was crazy. So I was like, I'm just going to wait on these because they seem to just drop in price a lot. They seem to be marked up a lot, so I'm just going to wait. Well, obviously, with the absolutely tragic and unfortunate passing of Berserk's creator, which is just so much. It's so awful when that thing when stuff like that happens. It's just, there's really no words for it. But I immediately was kind of like, oh shit, those might, all of a sudden become hard to get. And I was right. So I don't think it's going to be an issue getting these in the future because I think they're just going to be still printing them, obviously. But there will probably be a higher demand for them. I got this volume actually off of Amazon, and I ordered volumes 2 and 3. Well, my volume 2 got canceled, so now I look a bit silly because I have volume 1, now I have volume 3, and Right Stuff had these on sale when I was making my order, so I was like, screw it, I'm just going to do it while they're here and available, and I had bought volume 6 and 7, which I believe, oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups now, I believe are the 2 newest volumes out. So now I'm a bit in between my volumes and what I have and what I need. But I'm actually currently reading the first volume of Berserk, so I really have no hurry on those other volumes. It's just kind of when I see them on sale is probably when I'll consider snapping them up. Legitimately, thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a big haul, so maybe this was a fun one for you guys. I know it'll be a fun one for me because now I get to get all these on the shelves, which I'm actually quite looking forward to. That's like a really cathartic, just fun thing I really enjoy doing. It's like moving the manga around, making the room, getting them where they go. I love doing it. Something that's really fun. And then you get to pick them back off the shelf to like get them one by one. It's great. It's amazing. So anyway, guys, thanks a whole bunch for watching. Hey, if you liked the video, maybe leave a like on it. Comment about what you got this month or what you like for my haul. But anyway, guys, I'm Fiddle Ferret, and I'll see you back on the prowl next time. Goodbye.